There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Still oh, wait.
It will be. There we go.
It's a bit behind for me.
Yep, it'll be delayed. Hey, Donut. How you going?
That's me.
So, welcome in everyone. Would love to know where you're watching from. Alright. So, this is WIP Wednesday. I'm Trish. And today I'm going to go through the WIPs that I've got and set a timer for about an hour. Today's live's going to go for. And let's see how much I can get done. So first I'll show you my WIPs. So if you're new to crochet, WIPs stand for work in progress. So number one, I've got a scarf. So it's going to be nice and wide, and I'm going to put some pockets on it. Hang on, bear with me 1 second. I just realised I haven't connected my mic. So just let me connect my mic. Alright, there we go. I just realised I didn't have the mic connected. So, this is going to be a scarf. I'm working it in double crochets.
I think the quality is worse with the mic on.
Using Go Bag Chenille. What do you mean?
Like, I think the audio quality is worse with the mic. Like,
What?
I don't know. It just sounds worse. I don't know why.
Oh, well, let me know in the comments if you think it sounded better with or without the mic. And that's the yarn I'm using. So it's Valuable Go Bag Chenille. So it's really thin. And so that's a scarf that I started earlier this year. So that's just a freehand pattern. There's no pattern on that one. Next, I think it's rather the Secret Yarnery or Jada and Stitches. I can't remember which one it is. But I've been working on a curtain. So this top part is glow yarn. So it's meant to glow in the dark, which it doesn't. And I'm using my favourite Clover 5mm hook for that. And just Kmart brand 8-ply acrylic. In the colourway there's no colour, it's just a number. So it's just a number, but it's like baby pinks, purples and greens. And so that I'm working on that using up scrap balls for a curtain. So I haven't decided if I'm going to hang it up in the kitchen or the bathroom yet. So I've got that one. This one here, I'm actually hoping to finish soon. So I am using a 10mm hook and the pink Motivera blanket yarn, and this white is just the mill ends, and this is what it is. So it'll be a tapestry that I hang up, and it says I heart, like MOM, like it's got a love heart for the O. So I know in Australia we spell it MUN, but I just thought it was cute and I thought I'd make that to hang up. So there's that one. So what's that? 3. But maybe if you could leave in the comments how many WIPs you reckon I've got. Then I've got a little basket that I'm working on, and I literally just got to sew the sides up. So, but I've just got to find a yarn that will go with it to do that. And that's using 2 strands of 8-ply held together. And I think I used a 7mm hook for that. And then in this one, oh, it's a bit of fluff. I've got this. So I've just got to make the base, and they just stick on there. So they'll just stick on the base with that to store all my hooks and notions in. So, and I'll show you where I got to on the poncho. I can't work on it at the moment because I ran out of red. So all good. Better late than never. And this is the row I'm up to. I've just got to get more red. So I'm out of red. So I've just got to grab some more red and then I'll work on the poncho. So I set the timer for 5 hours and I ran out. So that's good, and I still had 2 and a bit hours left. So what's that? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. And lucky last, this is the one we're going to work on today. So, Mum, you'll be happy. That's your Battenberg. So, I was looking in the bag and I've got the blue and the pink still. But there's no green, no apricot, and no yellow. So it looks like a trip to Spotlight to get some of them. So what I'm going to do today is, so that's what the blanket's going to look like. And this is how you're doing it. So it just goes like that. And so that's what we're going to work on today. I bumped the cord and my phone was on charge. So I hope you can hear me okay. Oh, now it's gone dark. What's going on?
Alright, we can hear you.
So,
I hear you and see you.
Cool. So, what I've made this week, before I go into what I've made this week, I just want to post a poll. So, how many WIPs do you have? So, work in progresses do you currently have? 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 12, or you haven't counted? So, if you're watching the replay, maybe just write your comments in the comment below and we'll see how many people have their WIPs. So if you're just joining in, I would love to know where you're watching from. What's in your cup? And what are you working on? Alrighty, so I might start with blue, I think, because it looks like there's plenty of pink in there. So I might start with blue. Where's the end to it? So tonight I will finish at about 10 o'clock. So it's only going to be a quick one tonight. So if you want to set a timer while we work on our projects. So, and what made me choose this project was when I was, I'm so sorry if you can hear that, it's bucketing down with rain. What made me start this one is when Mum mentioned in last Wednesdays about doing her Battenberg blanket. So I thought, yep, I'll look for it and I'll work on that one. So I will use my 5.5mm with this yarn. So thanks for joining. So it's been a while. I'll have to try and remember how to do a solid granny square. So I know it starts with a magic ring. I just can't remember how many in the magic ring. I think it's a chain 2. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3. So if you're just joining in, I'm working on a Battenberg blanket. So the Battenberg blanket is an English cake that has checkers similar to that. It's a perfect stash busting one. Yes, slowly growing. So chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, also, if you're just joining in, I just want to let you know that next week my face might be a bit red because I've just started Effudex, and so I've got to apply that to the back of my hands and my face to remove skin cancer. It's not life-threatening. It's like just surface on the like surface skin cancer. Oh, yum. Where's mine?
What are you talking about, Nan?
And so, yeah, my hands might be a bit red, so I don't know about crocheting because that's where it goes. So this week, at the moment, I'm okay, but I've got to apply that twice a day, and I'm happy for anyone to ask questions about my skin cancer. I'm happy to answer anything. One, two, three, last corner. My Nightbot's working. So, and then we slip stitch, and then chain 2, and then a double crochet in the next stitch. Oh, hang on, I think I meant to go back into that stitch, I think. There we go. And now it's into the next stitch. And then we do 2 in this one. There's 1. There's 2. Now we chain 2. I don't know why I always just chain 1 on the first round. I think when I chain 2 it just is too big a gap. So, and it doesn't really look much like a solid granny square. And so these are just 4 rounds, so they actually work up really quick. So, how many do you reckon I can get done during this live? So, in about 40 minutes, how many do you reckon I can get done?
What are your WIPs?
Of these squares?
I think a couple.
You think a couple? I can't believe my phone fell because I knocked the charger cord. That was a bit funny. Still getting used to doing the lives. See, if I was filming, I could have just edited that bit out. I like it when it's live. Makes it more natural, I feel. So, I've almost finished the 3rd round. I've only got 1 more round to do. So, with this yarn, it's just a cheapie from Spotlight, so it's not really soft, but it's not as harsh as some. Like, once you wash it, it's not as rough. But there's some yarns there that are just really rough. And so now I slip stitch into that chain 2. And then chain 2 again. And then do 2, chain 2, I can't think offhand who the designer for this pattern is. I've got it saved in my, like, it's a row counter app, and that's where I save all my like page patterns and all of that. So my nails almost match the yarn today. So my nail polish is I think it's BYS matte finish. So that's my nail polish today. So a nice blue. So let's have a look. How's this pole looking? Oh, 33. Haven't counted, and 0 to 3 whips. Wow. I've got a lot more than that. So I've got 7, I think I counted, that I can find. So I'm sure I've got a lot more than that. Chain 2. And if you're just joining in, I'd love to know where you're watching from, what's in your cup, and whether you're working on a project while you're watching. So I'm on the last round of a solid granny square for the Battenberg blanket. So three and a bit you've got. So what's the bit? Is that one you're thinking of starting, or one that just needs hemming? So, all right, I'll turn the page. I've got my notes so I know what I'm talking about. Oh, what have I finished this week? Well, what I finished this week, other than weaving in the ends, is I've made a little bookmark out of one of my new books. So that one's out of the big book of small projects. And I've also been playing with this. So this is the Lily Net Stitch. It's very pretty. I quite enjoyed working on that. So I started with a chain down the bottom, and then these are loose and you just work into a chain as well. So it's so pretty. So, and I've blocked that, and that's what it looks like on the back. So that one's the Lily Net Stitch, and this one here is the Zigzag Stitch. So, and that one, you're sort of working in a diagonal. So there, what I finished. Now I do have a confession actually. I just realised it's still connected. I have started another little whip. So this one is going to go, I think, yeah, it goes this way. And I'm just going to make some straps and attach it to my Volare pillow. So I can have like my hook and my stitch markers and everything like that handy. Because otherwise I put them down and I forget where I've put them. So I thought if I could put my darning needle and all of that in them, well then I'll always know where they are. So I actually forgot about that one. I think that's all that I finished. Oh, and this one. So this one was meant to be the almond stitch. So if you look there, it looks okay. But on the back, it's missing that one because I didn't read the graph properly. And so I was meant to do a chain, not a single crochet there. And you go down and work into here. So I kind of made a mistake with that bit. So yeah, so I just stopped working on that, and then I was like, well, I'll work on that a bit later. It seems easy enough to work with. The orange yarn that I was using for that was really scratchy. I just got that from Millens, and it's a really rough acrylic. So I thought once I work up a swatch of it, I might actually wash it and just see how it washes up, whether it's any softer or not. So, well, there we go. I've almost finished one square. One more double crochet in there. And what would I like to finish this week?
Stuff.
I reckon the mum one. Hang on 2 seconds. I don't know where that went, but someone was calling me. I will do three and a bit. Yeah, I reckon I could probably do that, I reckon. I'm just going to do one in there. And then what I like to do is I'll draw up a loop and I take my hook out. And then what I do is I'll turn it so you can see. I grab that and I'll pull that tight. And I'll do that, and that just levels it out a bit. And then I do that, put the yarn so it's in front of the hook like that. And then I go into the next stitch. And then I will cut my yarn, which donut.
Yes.
Can you grab my scissors? I think they're in the front of my panda bag.
What?
The front of my panda bag.
Where's the panda bag? Under?
Should be under my jacket. Should be in the front pocket from when I was at the hospital. The big zipper one.
The big zipper one. This one.
Are they in there still?
These ones?
That's the ones. I take my crochet when I go to the hospital for my skin checks, because sometimes you can sit there for 10 minutes and get called, and sometimes you can sit there for hours waiting to be called. Sometimes they run behind, they get emergencies and all of that. So there's one square, so I'll weave them in later on. So I might actually put my Valari on, actually. Be careful not to knock the phone down. Alright, where are we at? 35 minutes. I might check my community tab, see if anyone's posted on there. Let's have a look. So we've got Cheryl's plus sign quilt that she's been working on from last week that she posted. What else? We'll go the newest ones. And my little post that I put up to say that you can post anything. Would you like to see more? So my poll is up there. So it says lives with shorts or reels is at 57%. Monthly vlogs with lives is at 43%. Excuse me. And then Mum's plus sign quilt. So that's all for the community tab at the moment. So I do encourage you to jump on the community tab and just post what you're working on. You don't have to leave it for WIP Wednesday. It can be any day. I'll be live Wednesday, Thursday.
Sometimes Friday.
Some Fridays and Monday mornings. And I'll always check that. So if you ever want to jump on there and check it out, by all means. And if you don't want to post, I'm quite okay with that as well. You think my little apprentice should read out the comments?
Me?
That requires work.
And I hate doing work.
Where's the other end? There it is. Yes, it would make it easier while I was crocheting if he read them out. So I'm not trying to read them and crochet all at the same time. He wanted to be moderator and I said no. Because he's too busy watching YouTube, but he's not watching mine. Oh, nearly did single crochet instead of double crochet. So, what is next on the agenda? So yeah, hopefully I can finish that before next Wednesday. The poll's going really well. If you're just joining, I would love it if you could let me know where you're watching from. And if you're enjoying it, if you could like and subscribe.
What? I can't help that I'm coughing.
Oh, you could leave the room. So but yeah, so I'm on the second one now. And to show a WIP that I've been working on. Well, lately I've just been working on the poncho, really. That's the main one I've been working on. And now the Battenberg blanket. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I chain 2 in the start compared to in the second round. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Chain 2 here. There we go. And then I'll just slip stitch to that one. Chain 2. And so now that counts as a double crochet. And so then I go into the next stitch. And then I'll do 2 in this stitch. And then I will chain 2. And I will do that again. So, well, I haven't really got a WIP that I have been working on. But I will show you this one. So this one became a WIP because I thought it would be handy to have all my stitch markers and my scissors and everything all attached together. So, and I've kept the tails nice and long so I can sew them all together. And this is Modavira. I think it was called monkey yarn or something. So, and so that's why I started this, or I think early this year I started this one. It was rather early this year or late last year that I started. Actually, no, it would have been last year. I reckon I started it before I started my YouTube channel. So, I think he's ignoring me, Mum.
Huh? I'm playing Minecraft.
So, but yeah. And so I will finish them. I am hoping probably, let's say in 2 months. I'll finish these within 2 months. And what I've learnt from this is tension. So if you look there, it's all nice and tight, because if it was relaxed, it just collapsed on itself and wouldn't support itself, so it wouldn't be very stiff. So, and I like the little halo. I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it's got like a little fluffy halo. And it's nice and soft. So, yeah, there's that one. Oop. I dropped my hook. So the apprentice is being a teenager.
I'm playing Minecraft.
What else has been happening?
Stuff. It's been cold.
Just hang on a second. Sorry about that, people. I just had to talk to him. So I nearly finished my second one, and I've got about 10 minutes to go. How fast has that time gone? That has gone so fast. I think it's because I normally do this one longer. But so here's a question for anybody watching, whether you're watching the replay or watching me live. Do you buy yarn or craft supplies before choosing a project? So me, yeah, I reckon I do. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I do. So sometimes I'll see yarn and I'm like, oh, that's pretty, let's get that. And then other times I'm like, oh, it's on clearance, I've got to get it before, like, it's all gone. So you can rather put one for always. If you're low on colour or that specific item, if it's on sale or clearance, or never. So I'll do it sometimes if it's on sale or on clearance. Or sometimes I'll just do like a spotlight with yarn. Like once they sell it, they always change their mind and we don't get it again. So it's kind of the fear of missing out that I'll grab it, because I don't want to miss out. Or like with the Aldi yarn, I didn't even know that was a thing until I seen it online. And I was like, oh, I always miss it. And so this time I got it. So I didn't get much. By the time I got to the shops, they were just about sold out. So I think I'm going to have a word to my Nightbot, because he is not asking some questions that I've asked him to make sure he asks. So I don't know why that is. Alrighty. So, Mum, you guessed about 3 and a bit. Well, I don't think I'm going to get 3 and a bit done. Oh, just turning the page. So, a finished product that I've done. It's not necessarily this week, as I've shown what I've done this week, and they're just pretty much little sample swatches. Just practicing stitches and trying out new techniques and learning to read charts, which I'm really enjoying. It is a lot easier than I thought. There's been a couple that I've wanted to do that I just can't get my head around. Like, the chart seems so confusing. Like, 1 minute it's telling you to slip stitch, and then it's telling me to single crochet directly after a slip stitch, which wasn't working. And so, yeah. So there's some that I've still got a lot of skills that I've got to learn. But I'm up for the challenge. I enjoy learning and all of that. Yeah, so if it looks nice, it feels nice. If the price is right, I'll buy it. So we got about 5 minutes remaining. So if you've set your timer, if you're just using me as your remote, like your little timer, that's cool too. So normally I try to aim for 2 and a bit hours on a Wednesday, but I've just had a busy day today with meetings and appointments. that I'm just looking forward to unwinding today. Alrighty. And so there we go again. Go in the top of that one. And that is called an invisible slip stitch. And then I just go in to that next one. And I cut the yarn and pull up. I don't chain one because then I just do like another stitch so when it works in the round. And so I have done 2 little squares. So that's 2 more than I had. Spotlight call it light blue. They don't have a very big well, it's actually, there you go. It's called Art. Lot 16. So, yeah, they don't. You've got to sort of go on the website to get the names of them. Oh, I'm always starting new WIPs all the time. So we're going to have a quick check of the community tab. I just want to make that part of ending a live, just in case anyone wants to post. So there's no new posts that I can see. And chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. Okay. Alright, so my top fans is one and only Night Owl. Night Owl is my one and only top chatter tonight.
I don't know why, but it won't let me like go higher as top shadow.
Are you? That's because you're probably underage.
Could be.
It could be that. Why is that doing that? Oh, finally, Nightbot. Where are you from? What's on your hook? Welcome, Nightbot. Welcome. So, Nightbot's finally joined us at the end of the live. So, he should have joined us probably every 10 or so minutes to sort of stretch our hands and remind us to take a break. But that's okay. So don't forget, if you enjoyed the live, to like, subscribe, comment, the algorithm likes that. It kind of pushes my videos out for other people to see, which is what I would like. I'd like more and more people to come join so we can have a wonderful little community. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell button, just so you don't miss a stitch. All right, well, everyone, I hope you have a lovely evening, and I'll see you all in tomorrow night's crochet club. Take it easy. Bye.